Okay, good morning, students. So, today in today's class, we shall look into the soil profile. So, as I had earlier already told you that till today, what all I keep doing in the classes will be there to your internals. Okay, till today. So, you have to include the soil profile also. Okay, it will also be included into the internals. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what is a soil profile and how it develops, what are the basics of the soil profile and how it is helpful in the human beings. All these things will be discussed in this class. Okay, so coming to the soil profile, the six roles of the soil, which includes, is it serves as a foundation. As you all know, that soil always serves as a foundation itself. Okay, it also emit and also absorb the gases. Okay, so it provides a habitat, that is a living atmosphere to the organisms. So they interact with the water, and also they support the recycling of the nutrients. Okay, they support the recycling of the nutrients, that is from atmosphere to the earth and from earth to the atmosphere. All this is continuous cycle: the nitrogen cycle, the oxygen cycle, carbon cycle, the sulfur cycle, phosphorus cycle, all these things. Okay, so it helps in the recycling of the nutrients, and also it supports the human settlements. Okay, so these are the very important six roles that soil plays. Okay, so it acts as a foundation stone. It helps in emitting and absorbing the gases. It also provides the habitat. It interacts with the water, recycle the nutrients, and also supports the human settlements. Coming to the soil origin and development, soils are a slowly renewable resource. Okay, so they're not non-renewable, but they're renewable. They can be used again and again. Okay, it takes hundreds to thousands of years for soils to develop, but they grow, change, and develop over time. So this is very important. Soil also grow, soil also change, and also soil also develop over the time. Clear? So what are the five factors of the formation of the soil? So this soil formation is also dependent, or it is formed by the parent material, the original mom and pop, that is the rock from which the soil is being transported from somewhere, usually by wind or water at different speeds. The climate, it's very important. Okay, the climate is a very important. The amount, intensity, timing, and kind of precipitation that breaks down the parts of ecosystem into the soil, all this plays a very important role. The topography, slope, and aspect affect the soil angle of the land and position towards away from the sun that the soil will be exposed to. The biological aspects, like the plants, animals, microscopic organisms, and human beings, also interact with soil in different ways. And finally, is the time, the amount of time it takes for the above four factors, like the parent material, climate, topography, and biological factors, to interact with each other. Okay, so all these four are usually interdependent. Okay, all the four factors of the parent material, it may be the climate, the topography, and also the biological factors, are always interdependent on one another. Coming to the soil composition, soil is made up of four parts. One is a mineral matter, organic matter, water, and also the air. So these are the four important parts of the soil. So the coming to the mineral matter, it is that part that comes from the broken rock fragments. The organic matter of the soil is composed of dead leaf litter, dead vegetation, dead animals, also etc. So the another name for the organic matter is the humus. Okay, it also inputs into the composition of the soil. It also provides the input into the composition. You can see the mineral particles of 100%. It forms around 45% of the mineral particles is made up of the soil. Air and water comprise of 25% each, and organic matter comprise of only 5%, of which again 80% will be the humus, 10% contribution is from the roots, and 10% contribution is from the organisms. Okay, so air and water make up of 50% of both. Combined of both, it makes up to 50%, that is 25% each. Whereas mineral particles are made up of 45%, organic matter is made up of 5%. Coming to the rocks and the minerals and nutrients, so rock is that solid bedrock of the earth's crust that is broken down to parent material, that is smaller rocks, through the process of weathering. As you already know, it is broken down by the process of weathering and is further broken down into soil. Okay, so the bedrock itself becomes the mom and pop of the soil. The mother and father of the soil is always attributed to the bedrock. The kind of bedrock attributes to the type of the soil. Okay, so rock are the solid bedrock, which is a mixture of minerals of different kinds and proportions. Minerals are the pure inorganic elements or compounds of a definite chemical composition, usually crystalline in form. So nutrients are the dissolved ions in water, which are called as soil solutions. Coming to the three major classifications of the rock, they are classified into three types: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and also the metamorphic rocks. So igneous rocks, they are formed by the cooling of the solidification of the molten rock, that is magma. If it comes out in the form of lava, it becomes extrusive rock, or it is intrusive, it is called as magma. Coming to the sediment rocks, these are the deposits of the mud and sand through wind and water erosion that are cemented together by the chemicals or pressure. Metamorphic rocks are the ones that are formed either by igneous or sedimentary rocks, which is subjected to heat and pressures. Coming to the soil formation, soil is formed from the physical process of weathering. Also, it may be formed by the chemical weathering also, but majority of times it is formed by the process of weathering, that is physical disintegration or chemical decay of a rock. Either by physical process or the physical forces, the rock may break down, or by the actual virtue of chemicals, the rock may break down. Okay, so these are called as weathering. That is physical weathering, that is fracturing due to expansion and contraction. Frost wedging, already I told you, freezing of and thawing of water, heating and cooling. So by the erosion or wearing down of a rock, you can see the particles, the erosion. The water has eroded the soil particles or the rock fragments. Okay, either by water or by wind. You can see these are the ones that are being created due to the wind, and these are the ones that are being created by the water. Even the chemical weathering also is responsible for the formation of the soil. So that is dissolution. Water dissolves in the minerals into solution. You can see this is one of the statue which is preserved in the British Museum, okay, which has been eroded by the chemical dissolution of the solid water. Okay. So in the graveyards also you can see the stone or the temples has been leached down due to the dissolution of the water, action of chemicals. Hydrolysis is one more factor responsible for the formation of the chemical weathering, that is water reacts with the minerals in the rock to create new softer compounds, which in turn breaks down the minerals. Okay, even the oxidation, that is oxygen reacts with the minerals in rock to form a newer compounds called as rust. Okay, oxidation is nothing but reaction of the particles in presence of air, that is in presence of oxygen. If the particles burn, then it is called as oxidation. So during this process, there are newer compounds that are being formed, which are called as rusting. Okay. So weathering of rock also formed by the roots. You can see plants physically and chemically they weather the rock. Physically by the roots, by the roots of action of the roots. Chemically by lichens. Okay. Lichens produces weak acids, which in turn break down the rock particles. Okay. So coming to the soil profile, what is the soil profile? The soil profile is a vertical cross section of layers of soil which is being found in a definite area. Okay, so below two are the examples of the soil profiles. This is one how it looks in the field. This is how it looks in the how we can classify them. Okay, in the field you cannot very easily differentiate the layers, but when you start classifying, you can very easily classify them. Okay, O horizon, A horizon, that O horizon is the humus, A horizon is the topsoil, E horizon is the elevation zone layer, B horizon subsoil, C horizon is regolith, and also R horizon is the bedrock. You can see different layers here. You can see different colors. Okay, so the different colors corresponds to the different layers of the soil profile. Okay. So the soil horizons are the layers in a soil profile which is used to classify the soil types. Like they are based on the color, texture, roots, structure, rock fragments, and also other characteristic features. Soil horizons are depicted by the capital letters in the order of O, A, E, B, C, and R. Okay, so you can see O is a topmost layer. A is a mineral horizon which contains humus. E is lighter in color, lower in humus. B is accumulation of clay and development of the bulky structure. C is unconsolidated rock earth materials, and R is the consolidated bedrock. Coming to horizon. The O horizon is also called as the organic matter horizon. This is present in the surface layer at depths of 0 to 2 feet, which is dark in color, soft in texture. It is comprising of two important parts. One is humus and another one is leaf litter. Humus is done which is rich in organic material of plant or animal origin, which is in a stage of decomposition. Coming to the leaf litter, it is the leaves, the needles, twigs, moss, lichens which are not decomposing. Coming to this, several O layers can occur in some soils consisting of only O horizons. Only the top layer may be found sometimes. Coming to the A horizon is the topsoil or the biomantle layer horizon. You can see here. So this is your topsoil. So this is your A horizon. This much part will be your A horizon, which is topmost layer of the mineral soil at depths of 2 to 10 feet. From 2 to 10 feet it extends. So sometimes humus may be present which is darker in color than the layers. You can see this is the humus which is present. It also consists of the biomantle particles, that is the biological productive layers, that is the earthworms, fungi and bacteria always live in these layers. It comprises of the smallest and the finest soil particles. Okay, so it is the A horizon where most of the biomental activity take place. That is the earthworms, the fungi, the bacteria, all of them live together. Coming to the E horizon is a leaching layer horizon. It is a small layer between A and B horizon. Between A and B horizon, it's a very small layer that is present between A and B horizons. Depth it extends from 10 to 15 feet, which is light in color, mainly comprising of sand and silt. Okay, so poor mineral and clay content because of the leaching, that is loss of the water retaining plant roots to the water table. Soil particles which are larger in A horizon but smaller than in the B horizons. Okay. So coming to the B horizon, what happens is it is the subsoil layer which extends from a deep depth of 10 to 30 feet, which is very rich in clay and minerals like iron and aluminium. From here on, you can see the mineral containment increases. Mineral enrichment always increases. Okay. Sometimes what happens is organic material may also reach here through the process of leaching. So plant roots also can extend into this layer also. You can see the plant roots which also extends up to this layer also. It is usually red or brown in color because of the oxides of iron and clay. Okay. So coming to the sea horizon, it is the regolith layer. Okay. So which is made up of the unconsolidated rock fragments. The rock fragments which are broken down, which are not consolidated, which are not solid, but they are broken down. Okay. It occurs at a depth of 30 to 48 feet, which is largely made up of larger rocks or lumps of partially broken bedrocks. It is least affected by weathering and have changed the least since their origin. Since their origin, this layer will never have been changed. It is not also comprising of any organic matter due to it being so far from the soil profile. As it extends very deep below, the organic matter also is not present in this layer. Coming to the R horizon, it is the bedrock or the bottommost layer of the soil profile. The final bottommost layer of the of the soil profile. The topmost layer will be the O horizon. The bottommost layer will be the R horizon. It extends at a depth of 48 plus feet. It is deepest soil horizon in the soil profile. So no rocks or boulders, but only a continuous mass of bedrock. Okay. Colors are those of the original rock of the area. It comprises to the original rock, presence of the original rock in the area. So can you make a soil profile? Yes, definitely we can make a soil profile within yourself using all these ingredients. So this completes your soil profile. So this this soil profile is also there for your internals. So if you have got any questions, you can ask me now, or else I'm going to stop my discussion here. Drop in your attendance. We shall continue discussion next class. Thank you.